When it comes to travel, do you prefer the road less traveled or the well-beaten path? There is something alluring about exploring the underrated gems of the world, free from the crowds and preconceived notions. But what exactly makes a place underrated? Typically, these are destinations that boast tremendous beauty, intrigue, and vibrancy, yet they fly under the radar and haven't gotten the attention they deserve. Well, get ready for VoyageVault to uncover the world's most jaw-dropping yet overlooked cities. This exciting journey will reveal astonishing architectural marvels, storied histories, and cultures you never knew existed. Let's go off the beaten track as VoyageVault presents the top 10 most underrated beautiful cities on Earth. 10. Rovinj, Croatia. Coming in at number 10 is the enchanting seaside town of Rovinj, Croatia. With its winding cobblestone streets, pastel-colored houses, and Mediterranean charms, Rovinj looks like something straight out of a fairy tale. Yet this magical city remains largely under the radar for most travelers. Rovinj sits on the Istrian Peninsula on Croatia's western coast, overlooking the brilliant blue Adriatic Sea. Its old town is a delight to explore on foot, with narrow alleys opening onto quaint squares dotted with cafes and restaurants. The houses are painted in cheery shades of peach, yellow, and pink, providing a vibrant backdrop to stroll around. Make your way to the top of the hill in Old Town and you'll be treated to stunning panoramic views over terracotta rooftops and out to the sea. Rovinj's rich history is reflected in its architecture. Rules by the Romans, Byzantines, Venetians, Austrians, and Croatians throughout its existence, the town is an appealing fusion of influences. The crowning jewel of Rovinj is the Church of St. Euphemia, whose towering Baroque bell tower acts as a beacon to ships at sea. Climb the 200-something stairs to the top for sweeping vistas. Inside, magnificent frescoes honor Rovinj's patron saint. Wander Rovinj's waterfront promenade and working harbour, where fishermen still take boats out daily to supply the town's restaurants with fresh catch. Then relax at one of Rovinj's many beaches tucked around the peninsula. With its laid-back seaside allure and picture-perfect old town, Rovinj enchants visitors looking to uncover Croatia's hidden gem. It may fly under the radar for now, but it deserves to be mentioned among Europe's most beautiful towns. 9. Cuenca, Ecuador. The colonial city of Cuenca in Ecuador comes in at number 9 on our list. While Cuenca may not be as famous as Quito or the Galapagos Islands, this historic mountain town is just as awe-inspiring. Cuenca was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1999, thanks to its incredibly well-preserved center of colorful colonial architecture dating back to the 16th century. Cuenca is Ecuador's third-largest city, located in the Andes Mountains in the southern part of the country. Taking a walking tour through Cuenca's historic district feels like stepping back in time. The narrow cobblestone streets are lined with Gothic churches, majestic cathedrals, and ornate mansions built by wealthy nobles during the rubber boom. Plaza Calderón is the lively main square, with its impressive new and old cathedrals. Grab a bite or sip coffee at one of the many outdoor cafes surrounding this plaza. Beyond the historic architecture, Cuenca has a vibrant culture. There are numerous religious festivals throughout the year that the local residents celebrate with great fervor. Cuenca is also an excellent base for exploring nearby Incan ruins like the ancient sites of Ingapurca and Pumapungo. The city's proximity to the Andes Mountains means plenty of outdoor activities like hiking are right at your fingertips too. While Cuenca may fly under the radar compared to some of Ecuador's more famous attractions, it is certainly among the country's most beautiful and culturally fascinating cities. With its majestic colonial landmarks and Andean location, Cuenca is an enchanting city that deserves to be uncovered. 8. Bhutan cities, for example, Paro, Thimphu, Punakha. Soaring into the number 8 spot are the magical cities of Bhutan. While Bhutan as a whole remains one of the most unspoiled places on Earth, its cities in particular showcase a breathtaking blend of culture, nature, and traditions. Bhutan's capital Thimphu, as well as historic former capitals like Paro and Punakha, are visual feasts for the eyes. Lush green valleys dotted with rice paddies and grazing cattle are surrounded by snow-capped Himalayan peaks that seem to touch the sky. Bhutan's traditional architecture harmoniously blends with the natural environment through the use of local materials like rammed earth and timber, sporting dynamic sloped roofs and bright colors. Ancient dzongs, fortresses, monasteries, and temples intermix seamlessly with new infrastructure in Bhutan's urban centers. Bhutan prides itself on measuring gross national happiness as a priority over economic factors. The country limits tourism and aims to preserve its culture, natural resources, and heritage. You'll find citizens dressed in traditional garb around the cities, practicing meditation and attending spiritual festivals at the many Buddhist sites. Bhutan offers an utterly unique experience where spirituality, sustainability, and traditional customs guide urban life in the shadows of the Himalayas. While Bhutan has become a bit more accessible to visitors in recent years, its cities remain largely off the beaten track. For travelers seeking a fusion of awe-inspiring nature and deeply rooted cultural traditions, Bhutan's magical cities offer a truly life-changing experience. The harmony between this ancient kingdom's urban centers and the natural world make them shine as underrated gems. 7. Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina. The enchanting city of Mostar in Bosnia and Herzegovina claims the number 7 spot. Mostar remains relatively under the radar, yet this historic city features breathtaking scenery and bridges east and west. Mostar is situated in southern Bosnia and Herzegovina along the Emerald Neretva River. Its postcard-perfect old town flanks both sides of the river, connected by the iconic Starry Most Bridge. This graceful stone arch bridge was originally built in the 16th century under Ottoman rule, but sadly destroyed during the Bosnian War in the 1990s. Thanks to international support, the bridge was painstakingly restored and reopened in 2004 as a symbol of Mostar's revival. Beyond the famous Starry Most Bridge, Mostar's old town boasts colorful Ottoman-style architecture and stone-paved streets that shine when dusk's golden light illuminates them. Mosques and Catholic Croat churches coexist side by side, representing the city's diverse cultural influences. Breathtaking views of the Neretva River unwind in every direction. Don't miss the chance to dive off the Starry Most Bridge with the locals, an adrenaline-pumping tradition. Wander the old town's maze-like alleys full of shops and eateries serving up delicious Balkan cuisine. Mostar comes alive at night when residents gather to stroll along the river. Though still bearing scars from past conflict, Mostar has emerged as a shining example of culture, restoration and natural beauty. The rebuilt Starry Most reminds the world of Mostar's strength and perseverance. With its striking setting along the emerald waters of the Neretva, the diversity of influences that shape Mostar make it undeniably one of Europe's most underrated beautiful cities. 6. Bergen, Norway. The breathtaking Norwegian city of Bergen occupies the number 6 spot on our list. Situated on Norway's stunning west coast amidst 7 majestic mountains, Bergen offers a picturesque Scandinavian escape that too few travelers discover. Bergen is renowned as the gateway to the iconic Norwegian fjords, with the mighty Sognefjord just a short drive away. Wander the pastel-colored wooden houses of Bergen's UNESCO-listed historic Bryggen district along the harbour, which offers front-row seats to gorgeous sunsets behind the fjord-carved mountains. The Bryggen Hanseatic Wharf dates back over 900 years to the times of the Hanseatic League traders. Surrounded by 7 peaks, Bergen provides endless opportunities for nature enthusiasts. Take the Floebenen funicular to the top of Mount Floyen to soak in panoramic city and fjord views. Go for an invigorating hike in the mountains right from downtown or hop on a boat to explore the pristine fjords. Cyclists will love pedaling along Bergen's scenic roads and trails as well. Don't miss Bergen's lively fish market, full of fresh seafood straight from the fjords. The city also boasts top-notch restaurants and one of Northern Europe's biggest nightlife scenes. From buzzy cafes to outdoor festivals, Bergen exudes youthful energy alongside its historic Hanseatic charm. Yet Norway's second-largest city often flies under the radar, overshadowed by more promoted Oslo. For travelers seeking Scandinavia's magnificent nature without the crowds, Bergen is the perfect, picturesque gateway to stunning fjord country. 5. Oaxaca, Mexico. The colorful Mexican city of Oaxaca earns the number 5 spot for its rich cultural heritage that amazingly few travelers experience. With its thriving indigenous traditions, fabulous cuisine, and lively festivals, Oaxaca emerges as one of Mexico's most vibrant and underappreciated gems. Located in the mountains of southern Mexico, Oaxaca City boasts a proud indigenous identity. The streets are filled with artists and artisans keeping native traditions like weaving, pottery, and woodcarving alive. Wander through bustling markets displaying these crafts, savor the complex moles and tlayudas in local eateries, and listen to marimba music in the charming central plazas. When it comes to festivals, Oaxaca knows how to celebrate in style. The city comes alive in late October for Day of the Dead festivities as locals honor deceased loved ones in grand fashion. Parades, music, and colorfully decorated graves fill the streets as ages-old customs play out. Oaxaca also hosts the enormous Guelaguetza dance festival each summer, showcasing the pride and diversity of native cultures through elaborate costumes, music, and dance. With the ruined Zapotec city of Montiel just outside of town and the majestic Pacific beaches a short drive away, Oaxaca makes a perfect base for exploring the region. Sip mezcal at its source in the fertile valleys surrounding the city and absorb the relaxed rhythm of life in Oaxaca's scenic central plazas. Though often overshadowed by higher-profile Mexican destinations, Oaxaca stands out as one of the country's most fascinating cities where indigenous heritage thrives. For those seeking vibrant culture, cuisine, and customs, Oaxaca certainly deserves a spot among the most beautiful and underrated cities in the world. 4. Ghent, Belgium. The medieval marvel of Ghent in Belgium claims the number 4 spot. With its canal-lined streets, Gothic architecture, and lively creative culture, Ghent stands out as one of Europe's best-kept secrets. Ghent's remarkably intact medieval centre transports you back in time while strolling the cobblestone lanes. The towering Gravenstein Castle dates back to the 12th century, while the iconic St. Bavo's Cathedral houses the world-famous Ghent altarpiece masterpiece. Ghent boasts over 200 protected buildings from medieval times along with picturesque waterways and facades from later centuries, encapsulating the full sweep of European history. Yet Ghent also has a youthful, contemporary vibe. As a renowned university town, Ghent brims with modern art galleries, hip hangouts, and forward-thinking creativity. It hosts vibrant cultural festivals throughout the year, from the energetic Gentse Feesten Performing Arts Festival to the Film Fest Ghent showcasing cinematic innovation. Ghent's locals are among Belgium's friendliest, proud to showcase their town's historic wealth and thriving present-day culture. Savor Belgian classics like Moule Friet and cozy cafes before strolling along the lively embankments at night. Largely overshadowed by more famous Belgian destinations like Bruges and Brussels, Ghent remains an under-the-radar gem. For travelers seeking a perfect combination of medieval majesty and youthful spirit, this canal-laced Belgian city certainly merits a spot among Europe's most enchanting undiscovered destinations. 3. Ljubljana, Slovenia. Gliding into the number 3 spot is the charming capital of Slovenia, Ljubljana. This small yet sparkling city remains largely undiscovered, but it emerges as one of Europe's most livable and sustainable gems. Ljubljana's pedestrian-friendly city centre invites relaxed wandering between world-class architecture, leafy parks, and outdoor cafes. The Ljubljanica River weaves through the core while romantic footbridges like the iconic Triple Bridge connect the cobblestone banks. Stop to admire Jos Plečnik's elegant buildings that grace the riverside, along with Ljubljana's hilltop castle watching over the scene. Known as Europe's green capital, Ljubljana lives up to the title through an admirable commitment to sustainability. Vehicle traffic is restricted downtown, encouraging walking and cycling. Buildings and public spaces incorporate green architecture and renewable energy sources. Community gardens and urban beehives can be spotted throughout the city, adding to Ljubljana's lush, eco-conscious vibe. Yet Ljubljana also hosts hip clubs, restaurants, and cultural events like the Ljubljana Festival showcasing music and theatre each summer. For a capital city, Ljubljana maintains an unexpected small-town charm. Locals gather to hang out along the riverbanks and in lively squares, lending an intimate feel. While often skipped over by tourists heading to Italy or Austria, Ljubljana deserves recognition among Europe's most charming yet underrated hubs. This sustainable waterside city proves that small and eco-friendly can also mean beautiful and culturally thriving. 2. Valparaiso, Chile. The hilly Chilean port city of Valparaiso charms its way into the number 2 spot. With its colorful labyrinth of streets, bohemian vibe, and poetic legacy, Valparaiso emerges as one of South America's most picturesque yet underrated destinations. Nicknamed the Jewel of the Pacific, Valparaiso's historic quarter boasts a one-of-a-kind hillside design. The city spreads over a series of steep cliffs, connected by imaginative ascensors, funiculars, and winding pathways. This urban landscape earned Valparaiso UNESCO World Heritage status, along with its well-preserved 19th-century architecture. Wandering the hilly streets, you'll feel Valparaiso's artistic soul. The city has long been a haven for poets, painters, and philosophers who draw inspiration from the majestic Pacific vistas. Chile's famous Nobel laureate poet Pablo Neruda resided in Valparaiso, transforming his hilltop La Sebastiana home into an ode to creativity. Plazas dotted with street art and murals give way to beaches fringing the sea below. Cafes, bookshops, and art galleries thrive in the earthy, free-spirited atmosphere. When night falls, live music emanates from bars in the bohemian Cerro Alegre and Concepcion neighborhoods. Though often playing second fiddle to capital Santiago, Valparaiso's poetic charm and coastal setting make it one of South America's most alluring hidden treasures. For those seeking culture and color by the Pacific, this Chilean jewel is worthy of the world's admiration. 1. Luang Prabang, Laos. Topping off our list as the most underrated beautiful city in the world is Luang Prabang, Laos. Nestled in the heart of Southeast Asia, Luang Prabang stuns with its gilded temples, natural wonders, and fusion of cultures. Golden-roofed monasteries and French colonial mansions unfold along the peninsula formed by the Mekong and Nam Khan rivers. Each morning as the sun rises, Luang Prabang's monks partake in the serene alms-giving ritual, receiving offerings from locals kneeling on the streets. Over 30 temples radiate spiritual energy through the historic center, where saffron-robed monks, locals, and tourists all blend together throughout the day. Backdropped by forested mountains, Luang Prabang's tranquility and natural beauty cast a spell. Take a boat up the Mekong to admire breathtaking views before hiking to the cascading Quang Sea waterfalls. Elephant and kayak tours allow for adventure and cultural immersion just outside the city. Yet Luang Prabang also offers world-class Lao cuisine, chic cafes, and a fascinating night market perfect for picking up handicrafts. It's a city where 15th-century temples and contemporary culture beautifully coexist. Once the royal capital of Laos, Luang Prabang today feels like a place lost in time. As the spiritual heart of Laos, it offers an utterly unique experience that few destinations can match. The harmony, spirituality, and natural beauty shine brightly in this Southeast Asian gem. For travelers seeking one of Asia's most sacred, pristine, and memorable cities, Luang Prabang takes the top spot as the world's most underrated beauty. And there you have it, the top 10 most underrated beautiful cities in the world uncovered. From the spiritual serenity of Luang Prabang to the poetic ports of Valparaiso, these marvelous yet overlooked destinations deserve a spot at the top. Their beauty may fly under the radar, but it surely will leave an impression. We hope this journey inspired you to venture off the beaten path to some of the world's hidden gem cities. And if you enjoyed discovering these underrated beauties, be sure to subscribe and comment below. For all who comment subscribed, we'll try our best to reply back. This is VoyageVault signing off.